awoke to find myself in a forest. A moment later, I saw what looked like Miss Fay, being chased by a strange robed group. I was able to go to Miss Fay's aid just in the nick of time. Could this strange forest also be part of Labyrinthia? We seem to have lost our pursuers for the moment. We must not squander this chance. Let us make haste, Miss Fay. So, we must investigate the Shades Village. Because we just met the Great Witch. Okay, good. So let's search Shades Village East. There are 5 green coins, no hidden puzzles.
Looks kind of like a village.
It would appear so. They seem to lead a very simple lifestyle.
But they look so magical, fantastical. I figured they just live somewhere way more, well, magical and fantastical.
Now that you mention it, they don't appear capable of using magic, do they?
I guess if they did, they'd only end up back at the witch trials.
Remember, that may be the law within Labyrinthia. But the Great Witch rules this forest. It is doubtful that such a law would exist here. And let me remind you that this story holds one big moral here. Humans fear what they don't understand. That's the moral here. Humans fear what they don't understand. If it's not, human, they start judging. If it's, it's funny because like this. First it was color. Oh, you're different. Therefore, we have to treat you different. And that's if you're just human. Now, if you're not human, and you can walk on 2 legs and act just as normal or whatever, you still won't be treated human. If you look funny, it's like, judgmental sons of bitches, aren't we?
Oh, that's true. You think we should tell them to just let loose? I bet they have some really flashy spells.
Let us focus our efforts on looking around this village first. There appears to be a path leading out on the other side, too. So now we can go to the west side. But since we are here, let's get those hit coins, shall we? We're starting from the leftmost torch. The shade in the treetops. The one chopping wood in the background. Head to the houses found in Labyrinthia. The shade's lines appear much more primitive. a bucket next to the well. And the top of the ladder.
Is carry out my task the best I can, and hope that one day I may be allowed to return to the town.
Return? What do you mean?
I am not too sure myself. It is something I was told when I arrived. The Great Witch keeps a record of all the tasks we successfully complete. Then, when our accomplishments outnumber our failures, she will consider returning us to the town. That is what I believe, and that is why I continue to toil away at my tasks.
So does this mean these guys are witches?
From the sound of his voice, it would seem this particular shade's male. However, according to what you told me earlier, all witches here are female.
So then who exactly are these shades? Say, who are you?
My, how very direct.
Shade is shade. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, that wasn't really helpful.
Perhaps you can tell us what your particular task is.
That I cannot tell you. Those shades' tasks are closely guarded secrets.
How about you?
So how's the task going? Working hard?
The task. Well, duh, of course we are. Speaking of which, what's your task?
My task to prepare food for everyone. I'm actually trying to come up with the menu for today. I wouldn't exactly call my cooking appetizing or edible, but I think we must do what our mistress commands.
Remind us not to stop by for dinner.
Did you say something?
Me? Oh, no, I mean, hey, good luck. Try not to blow up the kitchen.
This is the reason why I'm very, very, very careful. I lived in this house for 45 years. What's the one thing I do around here? I make sure nothing blows up. If nothing else, if I can't do that one job to make sure that the one part of the house doesn't get blown up just because of stupidity, that is my own job. Just make sure that the most traffic you're ever going to get out of is the kitchen. Actually, that's the only thing. I try to keep it natural as best as possible. Let's move. And it's the west side of the village, with 5 hidden coins and no hidden puzzles. The west end of the Shades village, there's an ancient shrine and a path leading to the outside world. And those 5 hidden coins are at the following. The top pillar, on the top left pillar, right pillar, there's rock on the left, bottom left, a small rock on the left side of the tree, and the rock
at my task. The worst. I'm even more terrible at following orders. One small misstep and it would be my fault. We have a serious situation on our hands. I just feel sick just thinking about it.
Serious situation. What kind of tasks do you have exactly?
I cannot say. The only thing I can say is that I'm terrible at it.
Why are you so nervous anyway?
It's because she's watching. Always watching. She sits up there in a mansion and just keeps on watching.
Mansion? You mean the Great Witch lives nearby?
On the other side of the river. It's quite far, but she can see how every move.
So it's across the river then?
Professor, we should run into her again there. It's where she lives after all.
Best course of action may be to try and make our way there. There's still many questions to be answered.
Yeah, they will finally see if she's the real deal or not, right, Professor?
That's right, Miss Faye. Let us make our way across the river. So now it's off to Red Flower Lake. Right over there. Right over there. With 3 hint coins, no hidden puzzles. The Red Flower Lake, red flowers bloom profusely along the bank of the river, flowing away from this lake.
Check out the beautiful scenery, Professor.
This is quite an open space, isn't it? Looking across the river, the Great Witch's mansion is slightly visible.
Yeah, you can just about make out the roof from here. Hey, do you think the wall behind it could be Labyrinth's outer wall?
That is quite possible. Which would mean these Eldritch Woods must be located directly outside Labyrinthia.
Huh. But isn't that kind of strange? The people in Labyrinthia said that nothing exists outside of the town, didn't they?
Yes, quite. I too have heard the townsfolk make such assertions. In fact, the very gate we used to enter Labyrinthia disappeared as soon as we passed it. I believe there must be some kind of trick behind it.
Looks like we've quite a lot to discuss with little Miss Great Witch, don't we?
That we do. Let us continue, Miss Faye. And we have the hint coins. Okay, you know that myself. There's a bush, like right here, bottom left corner. The treetops are on the other side of the river. Far side of the river. Far right. And Unfortunately, we cannot cross the bridge in its current state. Let us see what we can come up with.
Oh no, the bridge is out.
It's been completely destroyed. All that remains are a few bits of debris in a small boat floating across shore.
Are you two looking for me to cross the river?
Yes, that's right. Is there no other way across?
If there's a way across, I sure wish I knew what it was. I'm sort of having a mini crisis here. Why did I have to get stuck with the task of reporting the daily... Why did I get stuck with the task of reporting the daily task progress to the Great Witch? Granted, I get to bask in the presence of the mistress and thinking they're gorgeous massage, which is actually pretty amazing. But being unable to cross the river, I can't even carry out my task now, let alone adore her unmerited beauty.
Oh well, you know what they say. You either sink or swim. Hope you brought your bathing suit. Or you swim across.
I can't swim.
We'll have to find another way.
Wait a sec, Professor, can you not swim? It's okay, I bet you can flip your hat over and ride it like a boat. Looks like you can be put on water real good.
Swimming has nothing to do with it. And I do not think using my hat as a boat would be the best idea, Miss Ray. I'll go across and fetch that small boat. I should be able to jump across rather easily using the bits of debris on the water. I'll then be able to use the boat to create a path all the way across. Rest assured, Miss Fay. This is my specialty.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. You don't miss a beat, do you, Professor? Good luck.
Puzzle! Puzzle 53, Bridge the Gaps. This is worth 40 picats. Help the professor make a bridge for Maya by knocking the logs into the water. Move next to the logs and touch the hammer icon on the touchscreen to knock them over. Think carefully about the direction and order in which to knock over the logs. Okay. So this is how we gotta do it. Alright, so let's see. Down. Up. Up. Left. Oh, let me restart that. Let's start with this one. left. Up. Up. Down. Right. Up. That's up. Oh, wait. Oh, right. Right. That's it?
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Great! Maya and the professor made it across safely.
Yes, now I can give my mistress today's report. Thank you so much. I don't know how to repay you.
It was no trouble. Broken Bridge would be inconvenient to everyone, after all.
By the way, what kind of task did the Great Witch give you two? I'm itching to know.
Oh, what's our task? Let's see. Oh, that's it. We're puzzle solving. Yep, that's right.
Puzzle solvers. Oh, of course. That makes sense. Well, you have both performed your task magnificently. Please excuse me, I must report to the mistress. Now I can go back to truly enjoying my task. Farewell.
Oh, he's really booking it. Man, we did some really good, huh, Professor?
That we did, Miss Faye. Now, let us press on with our task. To the great witch's abode. Yeah, we only got two. We only got two. Oh. To the great witch's abode, which has 3 hint coins. The Great Witch's mansion lies in a quiet spot in the center of the lake.
Hey, mistress! Mistress!
Has something happened to the Great Witch?
I went up to her room, but there was no answer. Mistress must really be a Great Witch.
Maybe she's not in the mood to talk. Everyone has their days.
No, never. She would never do that. The mistress always answers.
Wow, I gotta say I'm surprised. Sounds like she's really faithful to you guys. Maybe she just stepped out?
If she stepped out, we would know. Oh, what could have happened to you, mistress?
She probably had to take a shit. You don't know. That reminds me, she mentioned there was a visitor waiting for her. Or words to that effect.
Then the visitor must still be waiting around for her, right?
No, that doesn't sound to me.
Aha! I've got it! Somebody! This supposed business really some shady ex-knight looking for revenge?
Miss Faye, please refrain from putting any terrible scenarios into this matter. Regardless, we must continue inside. It seems something rather serious is afoot. To the workshop. So before we do that, let's get those hint points from here, which is right here. The hay below the horse. Flower patch at the bottom. And the In we go.
Yes, Chef! Yes, Chef! Please answer something, anything! If something were to happen to you,
Well, everyone's really freaking out. Hey, maybe I should pretend to be Mazella. I can be all silence, minions!
Indeed, I wonder what could have happened here.
Maybe she turned a visitor into a gold statue. Hopefully this one doesn't lose an arm.
And there are 3 hint coins here. Which one's here in the ceiling fan? The second torso on the right. And the urn in the lower left. So starting with this group right here, what's going on?
Mrs. T's answer, it could have happened!
Excuse me, but could you perhaps tell us what's going on here?
We heard a loud noise in the mistress' room just a minute ago. We called out there, but there's no answer. There was nothing. No answer at all. This is an anchor.
She's probably getting late. We don't know. You don't know?
A loud noise. Maybe that was the sound of the Great Witch being attacked.
No! To arms! Mine is such a beautiful sound. What barbarian would do such a thing?
Not me. I'm not even considering that. Even though some people can't even pronounce my last name right. They have to add an A in it, which there's no A in that name. My last name is spelled B-A-R-B-A-R-I-N. There's no A in it. Damn it.
But if she was attacked, then that means the attack is still... The second man is making me shaking my rope!
Alright guys, first things first, we've got to get this door open.
Your record to shine the loud or exist in the oceans. You see, only the mistress has the key to this door. However, something has happened. We had better hurry. Please happen!
You stirring the blue pot. What do you know?
My task is quite important.
That's a ridiculous huge plot. I wonder what they're cooking in there.
You! Stop! Do not interfere in the task!
Ah! I'm sorry, I won't.
There appears to be 2 pots, each with a different substance being cooked.
Whoa, check that out, Professor. The color changed. How'd they do that?
Well, I agree the change in color is rather peculiar. I'm more interested in smell. I have a strange feeling. I've smelled this very same odor somewhere before.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does seem kind of familiar, doesn't it?
You, stirring the pink. What are you cooking?
Red flour mixed in star. Red flour mixed in star. Red flour. What? No, no! No more stirring! No more mixing!
Are those not red flowers in that basket over there?
Red flowers. Yes! I restocked! Back to mixing. Back to stirring.
This flower blooms just off the shore of the lake, does it not? It would seem your task is to mix these red flowers into the pot, is that right?
Red flour mix in star. Red flour mix in star.
Boy, he's seriously concentrating so hard he can't even afford to have a conversation. weather today, which day?
Red flower, mix instead. Red flower, mix instead.
Ever a social butterfly, Miss Faye? These appear to be the flowers that grow in the vicinity of the mansion.
They really cranked up the heat on this pot. Look at that blue's liquid bubble.
Mix equal measures of blue and red. I can't do it.
The shade starts proving to be quite challenging for her.
Isn't her task?
Sorry.
Isn't her task to mix the red and blue liquids together?
Yes, they must be combined in equal measures, but no matter how many times I try, I cannot do it. Please, can you help me?
So, you want us to help?
I must admit I'm quite fascinated by the mixing process at work here. Very well, let us give her a helping hand. Puzzle 54, Mysterious Mixture. This is worth 40 piconuts. Fill the 8-liter container with the Shade's top secret green glowing potion. It takes equal measures of blue and red together to make the secret potion. Any other ratio will create an explosive black potion. Touch the container to fill it. Be careful not to overfill. Okay. Okay. Pour the liquid between the containers, touch the container, fill with the liquid, and touch the container you wish to pour into that liquid. You can pour as much liquid as the container will allow. Okay, so let's see. Let's focus on the red liquid. Which medium, though? Okay. Okay, so right now we're focusing our task on red first, then blue. So big to medium, medium to small. Small to big. Big to medium. Medium to small. Small to big. let's restart that. Big to medium. Medium to small. Small to big. Medium to small. Big to medium. Let's see. Medium to small. Medium to small. Small to big. Okay, good. We have 4 of each in the big and medium. Okay, now liquid from the blue beaker into the medium red. Crap. But yeah, let's just undo that. Okay, let me look at this. There we go.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
That did it.
Come what may, puzzles are there to be solved.
Indeed it is. Success! But just what is this used for anyway?
You did it! You actually did it!
I knew you could do it, Professor. Our shade friend here looks pretty pleased.
This liquid has a mysterious color. I wonder what type of dye they were. And yet this scent smells oddly familiar. Perhaps I smelled it when arriving in this town. Though I believe I smelled this scent before that.
Mischief! What's wrong?
There's quite a bit of commotion coming from the entrance to that room. I believe something may have happened. Quickly, Miss Fay.
Right. Excuse me.
Could you please not scare me like that?
Apologies. There seems to be a great many of you gathered here. Has something happened inside?
Something did happen. I can't even think of it. It's so horrible.
So what is this horrible thing that happened?
The mistress, the great head, she's gone.
What?
Gone. Let's move. Oh!
Oh, mistress, I knew something was getting to happen. I felt a premonition most disturbing. How did this happen? I saw no one enter or leave this room. The entrance to the room was sealed shut. Where could she have gone?
Well, there are hint coins. One is right here, to the left of us. The torch in the left chair. Torch left of the chair. The rightmost unlit torch. And a fallen torch on the bottom left. Okay, so what be to happen? That's...
No kidding, Professor.
It would seem the shades make quite a searching for the Great Witch. Let's inquire with everyone in the room to get a better understanding of the situation at hand. Yes, that one shade in the room.
Right. How about we start with that shade over there?
Good suggestion, Miss Fay.
Excuse me, do you think we could ask you a couple of questions?
Sure. What is it? It's not like I'm busy or anything.
Could you perhaps describe to us what you saw when you entered the room?
Yes. We all heard what sounded like a fight happening on the other side of the door. No matter how many times we called out to the mistress, there was no reply. We thought something might have happened to the mistress, so we forced the door open. But when we got inside, she was nowhere to be found.
You say she was nowhere to be found. And the door was closed the whole time?
Well, I think we might be ending this part right here. Cool.
Yes, it was most certainly closed. But somehow the mistress managed to disappear.
So let me get this straight. She disappeared from a sealed room and then the room was found in a big mess. Professor, you know what this means? This means magic must be behind it.
It's quite a peculiar situation. The Great Witch mentioned having to meet with a visitor. Do you happen to know if that person was in this room?
A visitor? I faintly remember a visitor. I do remember hearing another voice. To be honest, I didn't actually see them.
And there are no exits present in this room. Is that correct?
Correct. Its main door's own is the only one.
Okay, so the Great Witch and her visitor both disappeared from the room. And even with all these shades around, no one saw a single person enter or leave the room.
Oh, perhaps Miss Fay. This visitor simply managed to stay incognito during the ensuing commotion. That's one possibility.
Well, what do you mean, Professor?
No one had seen the visitor prior to the incident, so even if that person was seen in this room, clearly no one would have realized it was them.
But wouldn't an outsider stick out like a sore thumb here? All shades are just the same.
Indeed, any outsider would certainly stand out. I imagine the shades would be quick to apprehend them. However, what if this person were to disguise themselves as a shade?
Oh, you could be right. Maybe they disguised themselves as a shade right before the others came into the room.
Precisely. The rather disheveled appearance of this room would immediately draw one's attention, thus providing the perfect distraction for the culprit to hide.
Okay, so where's this visitor now?
No one has left this room since we entered. Therefore, he or she must still be in this very room.
Alright then, let's hurry up and catch him.
In order to do that, we must question everyone currently present in the room and gather some information.
What do you mean?
My apologies for troubling you once again. Could you please gather together everyone who entered the room?
Yes, right away.
Puzzle 55. Who done it? It's worth 30 picodots. 5 shades entered the room. It's unknown who entered first. Touch letters A through E on the touch screen and touch the letters A through E on the touch screen to see each of the shades' commons. Let's carefully work out the order that they all entered. The first shade that entered the room is the culprit. So it's like that. Okay. Alright, so let's start with, well, in order. A. One of the small ones came third. B. He who stood ahead of me did not resemble me in size nor stature. C. My robes were stained with this red liquid as I was carrying out my given task. It's unrelated. I was last arrived. D. Those whose robes were stained with colored liquid were somewhere in front and behind me. And E. There was already someone in front of me when I arrived. The little one trailed behind me. Okay, so in this order we have this. A. E. B. D. C. A. E. B. D. C. There you go.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Come with me. Puzzles are there to be solved.
Indeed. Great. Solid detective work. It turned out the larger shade was the culprit all along.
It would appear you are not quite the same as the other shades present in this room. The one who was in this room with the Great Witch was you, was it not?
Impressive work, Sir Top Hat.
Bonham?
What? Well, what are you doing here?
The Great Witch's visitor was in fact you, Inquisitor Barnum.
I have to say, that logic of yours is still as keen as ever, Sir Top Hat.
Logic, coupled with careful, precise thinking, can topple any mystery. So tell us, what exactly are you doing here in this place?
I might ask the same of the two of you. How can it be that both of you are still alive? You were turned into a gold statue, and was she not sent to the flames as a witch?
Hey, I am not a witch.
This must be the Great Witch's handiwork as well.
What? No way. Inquisitor Barnum? Did you kill the Great Witch?
What on earth are you talking about? I remember doing no such thing.
You wretched liar. What have you done with the mistress?
Oh shit.
Spare me. The condition of this unkempt room is but the result of its equally unkempt master.
Insolence! None shall speak ill of the mistress!
Please stay calm. Inquisitor Barnum, please tell us the state in which you found this room. Tell us what happened here.
It would seem the presence of an Inquisitor has fouled the atmosphere with the stench of distrust. Very well. I will tell you what I know.
I do not think the situation would devolve to such states. I only came seeking the one that could cast some light on the doubts that plagued my mind.
And just who is this mysterious one?
You cannot say. Very well. Please continue, Inquisitor. I followed them and was led here to this strange forest. That is why I was here. I was aiming to put a stop to whatever plan the Great Witch was attempting to concoct. So you disguised yourself in their robes and made your way here to this room in hopes of foiling our plans. Oh, those who doubt the storyteller and speak ill of his word are a threat to all of Labyrinthia and its citizens. Of course, the witch refused to speak with me, and as I reached for my sword, I lost consciousness. Perhaps it was one of her detestable magic spells.
Magic! Growth! Your words are nothing but growth!
I am true to my word. That was what happened before you forced open the door. That is why I lost sight of the Great Witch and was left stranded in this room. I attempted to make my escape a quick one in order to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. If you lost consciousness, then you did not see the Great Witch disappear. Is that correct? Regrettably so.
No, you did it! Because you're the Great Witch!
How many times must you accuse me? A court knight is always true to his word.
Wait! And how do you explain all this blood everywhere?
Actually, I do not believe this is blood. Yeah, there might be some wine.
What?
I did not draw my sword. No blood should have been spilled.
Well then, what is it?
It could be that strange liquid we saw the Shades brewing earlier.
Oh, I think you're right. It sure smelled like it.
Perhaps one of these jars containing the liquid was knocked over during the struggle. The liquid must have splattered into the middle of the room, thus creating the scene we now see before us.
I see. Now that you mention it, it does look like there's a broken jar on the floor over there.
But can there really have been no other way for the Great Witch to escape? According to the Shades, there's not. Then the answer not clear. She must have used magic to disappear. Not quite. Magic's not the only method through which one can exit a locked room.
Hey, are you saying this whole time is like one giant puzzle, Professor?
She managed to disappear out of a locked room with no other apparent exits. What other method could there be? Regardless, we must search the room thoroughly for any clues.
You got it, Professor. I'm positive there's a clue or two lying around here somewhere.
Indeed, Miss Fay. Shall we begin? Well, let's look at that throne. What could this be?
Did you find something, Professor?
Miss Fay, please come and take a look at this.
It's a throne.
This throne does not appear to have any of the red liquid on it.
Sure looks that way.
However, we just moved this to the side.
Ah, it must have gotten shoved here during Inquisitor Barnum's mad struggle. But what does this mean?
This throne does not have a single drop of the red liquid on it. Yet the wall behind it does. Why do you think that is?
Well, because the throne was in a different spot when Inquisitor Barnum was having the fight of his life.
There is some reasoning this way. And who do you think could have moved it?
Well, it must have been Inquisitor Barnum when he was battling it out tooth and nail.
'Twas not a battle fought with either tooth or nails. 'Twas not a battle fought with either teeth or nails. I have no recollection of moving this throne at any stage. In other words, the only one who could have moved this throne was the Great Witch herself. And I believe moving this throne is in some way connected to what she did next.
What she did next? Oh, you mean her little disappearing act?
Reading that logic, you know so much. But This is the Great Witch we are discussing. She could have easily used the magic spell to disappear.
Lies! Mistress disappears in Shady! You will return her at once! Please, bring her back to us. You detestable knight! We will forget us!
Oh, hold on a second! Whoa, where'd you guys get those weapons?
Tell us what really happened here. Tell us! There's nowhere for you to run!
Uh-oh. This is not good. Inquisitor Bottom looks about ready to rip them to shreds.
Ha!
Damn, dude!
Ah!
Listen well, servants of the Great Witch. If you seek the truth, you must find it yourselves.
Oh, no wonder Inquisitor Bottom's so famous around town. He truly is an incredible knight.
I cannot waste any more time here. I must make haste and return to protect the storyteller. Sir Top Hat. It was a pleasure crossing swords once again. An honor, Inquisitor Bottom. Miss Faye.
Yeah?
Your courageous acts of bravery are worthy of my respect and admiration.
Please, that's a great
That's all for now. Until next time. Farewell.
He's gone.
Perhaps the good Inquisitor has anticipated the Great Witch making another appearance. He must have thought it's more important to work out her next move rather than dwell on how she disappeared. As the Barnum set on ensuring the storyteller's safety and continuing the fight against the witches. I determined to stay true to his responsibility as an Inquisitor. Miss Faye, let us have one more good look around the room.
Right, let's find us some clues.
We're certain to find something that can solve the mystery of how the Great Witch managed to seemingly disappear. Let's continue our investigation.
Hey, Professor! Take a look at this wall where the chair was. Does it look like that wall could be a door leading to a secret passage?
As I suspected, 'twould seem the Great Witch did not really disappear into thin air. Although it is still unknown by what method she was able to make Inquisitor Barnum lose consciousness. We can assume she took advantage of the situation and escaped through this secret passage.
But Professor, even if we go after her now, do you think we'd catch her? What should we do?
I believe she intended for us to discover the secret passage. It would seem she has us right in the palm of her hand. However, if we're to discover the truth, we must continue to move forward. I'm actually looking at the next chapter, which is going to be chapter 6, but we're not going to do it in this next one.
You said it. All right, let's get going, Professor.
And that leaves us to be continued in the next part. So, yeah, after all this chapter is deemed complete. which is chapter 5. So next time, we're going to be dealing with chapter 6, The Secret of the Underground Ruins.
Who would have thought something like this would exist underground? This place is totally different from Labyrinthia. It kind of looks like something straight out of a history book.
A long-forgotten remnant of the past. It does stir up a desire to explore.
Come on, Professor. Let's go explore this place.
I'm afraid that finding the Great Witch is our utmost priority, Miss Faye.
Okay, in that case, let's hurry up and catch her so we can do some serious exploration of these ruins.
Indeed. Archaic ruins are my speciality, after all.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot you're an archaeologist, Professor.
Now then, shall we begin our search?
Indeed. So we have a new one. Ruins in the forest. Lying at the end of the secret passage leading from the mansion were some underground ruins lit by pools of water. What is the purpose of these ruins, lying deep within the forest? As an archaeologist, I have to wonder why a huge underground space such as this was constructed. So we're actually going to stop right here. And next time, we shall go into chapter 6 proper. And maybe we might, just might, we're not sure, but we might do all chapter 6 in one go. We'll see how this turns out in the next part. So, see you then for more Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.